Hello YouTube, it's Sign here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we're going to be doing another first impressions review. Today we're going to be looking at Blam, or Blame. I think it's Blam because it's supposed to be like an onomatopoeia for a gunshot, right? So, Blam. The author here is Tsutomo Nihei, the publisher is Kodansha, the demographic is seinen, and the genres here are sci-fi, action, post-apocalyptic, and it even says cyberpunk, although I'm not really sure that that's correct, because when you think cyberpunk, you think of like Blade Runner, you think of like humans in a corporate setting that it has evolved way beyond what we see today in a very messed up kind of like situation, right? But this story, even though it does have elements of that in certain chapters, it's not really about that. It's more about the post-apocalyptic kind of side of things, right? So I wouldn't really call it cyberpunk, but it does have elements of that in the story. In terms of adaptation, I think this has a movie for it, which I think is probably the best way to enjoy this, because it's not worth the the money for the actual physical books. The premise here is very difficult to explain. I actually really don't know what happened, and that's why I think it's actually not very great to buy this, because so I bought this digitally, so it only cost me about $1.50, which is great, because if I had bought this physically, I would have not enjoyed it. I would have been really upset that I spent $25+ on it, because I think that's what the collector editions cost right now, about $25, maybe $30, I don't remember. But it's definitely not worth it, in my opinion. It's not good. The premise seems to be that there's this human person, and he's looking for this thing called the terminal gene, which is some genetic mutation that occurred in humans at some point that allowed them to interact with mechanical things. And they're living in this like ever-expanding tower thing that's run by this thing called the administration, but no one knows what the fuck the administration is. And he's basically climbing this, and he's battling a bunch of random characters that appear and then disappear, and it's really unclear what the hell he's doing or why. Like, you know, he's looking for the terminal gene, but he doesn't tell you that until like halfway through the second volume, and then so everything that happened before then doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know why he's doing anything. And the background art looks amazing. The character designs are really interesting for the mechanical beings. The humans just look really ugly. But everything else is really interesting looking. It's just that the story doesn't match the interesting setting, and I really don't care about it. It doesn't make sense. I don't really understand any of the characters. I don't, find myself appealed to by any of these characters. There's nothing about them that makes me interested in their story or their situation, and beyond the fact that it just looks interesting, there's nothing there for me to latch onto, and that's really disappointing, because I was really looking forward to reading Tsutomo Nihei's works, because everyone says it's awesome, and 2 for 2, I'm really disappointed with both of them so far, with Blam Volume 1 and with Knights of Sidonia 1, so I don't know. I really don't recommend this to anyone. It seems like a big waste of money, in my opinion. And I really, like I said in my Knights of Sidonia review, it seems to be some sort of thinking man sci-fi, but it doesn't really manage to like make me think about anything, because it doesn't ever give me like a starting point, right? Like, I've ragged on Blade Runner before, like the original one, that it was like a thinking man sci-fi, and it didn't really ever tell me what to think about, but it kind of did, actually. Thinking back on it, it was about like what it means to be human, right? Which is pretty generic, but it is like good. This one doesn't really even give me that. It doesn't give me like a generic idea to ponder. I just don't know what the hell the point of this story is. And yes, technically art doesn't necessarily have to have a point, but if I'm buying it, it should give me something to care about, and it really hasn't managed to do that. So I think I'm really disappointed with Tsutomo Nihei's works. They really don't work for me specifically. I hope they work for other people, but for me, 2 out of 2 so far, it has not really worked. I don't even want to try to get any of the other works that he's done, like Opossums, even though I was really excited to try to get that at some point. I think I'm just gonna stop collecting Tsutomo Nihei stuff, because I don't get it. It's as simple as that. I might be stupid. I might not be looking into it. I might not be engaging with it correctly. I don't know, but I just don't get it, and it doesn't seem worth my time. So yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. I'm really looking to have a discussion about this because I really don't get why people like this when I don't feel there's anything here to even like grasp at, right? So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching once again, even though I've said it like 5 times. See you guys later.